go!
The students have learned a lot about books recently. They now know that people first learned how to read and write about 5,000 years ago. And the earliest kind of writing was kind of like pictures which people used to scratch onto stone, shells, and bones. Later, people learned how to write words from wet clay. When the clay dried, it became hard, so the word would stay there for a long, long time. Even though some people could read and write thousands of years ago, most people could not. There were no pens or pencils to write with, and no paper to write on.
Vicky!
Chinese people invented paper about 2,000 years ago. Then their new invention slowly spread around the world. People carried it along the Silk Road all through Asia and into the Roman Empire in Europe.
Holly!
There were no printing machines in those early days, so people had to write every book by hand. They used brushes or feathers to write with. This was much more convenient than scratching words onto stone, but it still took a very long time to write a book, so there were not so many books in the world.
Turn over the page, everybody. 3, 2, 1, go!
But then Chinese people learned how to use wooden blocks to print with. They printed the world's first ever newspaper in Beijing about 1,300 years ago.
Andy!
They made the world's first print the book about 1,100 years ago. Printing machines made from wood were good for printing lots of the same thing, but it was still not so easy to choose the words which you wanted to print.
James!
The next important invention was not from China, it was from Europe. About 600 years ago, the German man invented a more modern printing machine. This printing machine was not made with wood, it was made out of metal, and it was easy to take out and change the letters and words that you print lots of different things.
Good. And Tom?
For the first time ever, it was quite cheap and easy to make lots of different kinds of books. The world will never be the same again. It was the beginning of a whole new age.
Page 9, everybody please. 3, 2, 1, go!
There were funny books to make people laugh and feel happy. There were serious books to make people think about the world and their lives. There was fiction and there was non-fiction. It was a new information age, just like the internet today, and it changed Europe and the world forever. For the first time ever, normal people could read about science, nature, history, and art. Today we call this time the Renaissance. Renaissance means born again, and it really is that European culture was coming alive again.
And Yvonne, page 11 please.
Sarah was out with Joe a cup of milk 10 ago. They were at Joe's house talking about their favorite kind of food. When people had an interesting idea.
Jeremy please.
Hey Sarah, she said, I think that we should write a book. We could write a nice story and draw some colorful pictures to go with it. Sarah agreed that it was a great idea, and so they started to look for all of the things that they would need.
And everybody, page 13. 3, 2, 1, go!
Well, we intend to write with, says Joe. Or maybe we should use pencil first, Sarah suggested, so we can erase things. And we'll need some fountain pen to color in our pictures. This time, Joe had a suggestion. We could use fountain, she said, but I think that pictures usually look nicer if you use pencil crayons because the color feels softer. Soon, the girls had everything that they needed: pencils, erasers, heads, pencil crayons, and of course, lots and lots of paper. Now, all they had to do was decide what to write about.
Page 15, Sophie please.
I think we should write about climate change, said Sarah happily. It is a very important issue for everybody in the world today. Just smiling. She couldn't believe her ears. She didn't want to write about information world issues. She preferred romantic novels and fairy tales. She was more interested in writing a nice story about kings, queens, princesses, and cute animals. Oh dear, said Sarah. What should we write? Now we are interested in telling different things.
And Willie, page 17, please.
Also, the girls have very different interests. The most important thing was that they were good friends. So they didn't give up their idea of writing a book. They spent the next hour talking about different ideas until finally they agreed what they could write about. But just then, Joe's mom called them.
Everybody, please.
Sarah, she called, it's dinner time, but Mom, complained Joe, we are going to write a